Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I am sharing with you my June TBR. So for the month of June, I want to read these 4 books specifically. I just bought them and they sound like the perfect summer reads, so I'm going to talk about them with you right now. The first one I am starting with is a no-brainer. Summer in the title, the cover is beautiful, and it is The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walker. K.L. Walker? That's what I'm assuming it is. The back of this book says, "It's all fun and games until someone loses their heart." When Meredith Fox lost her sister Claire 18 months ago, she shut everyone in the world out. But this summer, she's determined to join the world again. The annual family vacation to Martha's Vineyard seems like the perfect place to reconnect. Her entire extended family is gathering for a big summer wedding, and although Meredith is dateless after being unexpectedly dumped, she's excited to participate in the traditional Fox family games. So that's where I'm going to end reading the synopsis of this. It sounds fun. It sounds like a lighthearted, quick contemporary novel for summer. Of course, it's Summer of Broken Rules. It's the perfect read for sitting out by the pool, running errands. I think it's going to be great. And plus, I love the cover. I think the cover is absolutely beautiful. And the texture is like, it's not just like a slick cover. It has a little bit of texture to it, and I really like that. So I'm excited to read this book and find out all about Meredith and this handsome groomsman that she seems to make an alliance with. The next book I want to get read for June is, again, another easy summer read that probably should be read on the beach. And it is A Day at the Beach Hut. Wow, I got that right. By Veronica Henry. As far as I know, I've not read anything by Veronica Henry, so I think this is going to be a really good introductory book. And I believe this also has recipes in it, and I am all about finding new recipes and things that I want to try that I've not tried before. So the back of this book reads like this. I have a sticker. I hate when books have stickers that you can't read over. Now, the back of the book synopsis reads like this. On a shimmering summer's day, the waves are calling, the picnic basket is packed, and change in the air. And there's change in the air. It's just at the start of an eventful day for a cast of holiday makers. Over one day, sparks will fly, the tide will bring in old faces and new temptations, a proposal is planned, and an unexpected romance simmers. I'm excited. I am all about the beach on this vlog and on this channel and in my life, as you guys well know. I have plenty of beach vlogs. So I really would love to read this while I'm at the beach one day. If that happens, I don't know. But nevertheless, I will read this and dream about being at the beach while I'm sitting out by the pool tanning. So the next book I plan on reading in the month of June is a little less on the nose of a summer read. There's not summer in the title, but it still feels very summer to me, very light, very fun, very fast. And that would be 7 X's by Lucy Vine. I don't know anything about this book. I was putting in a book order to Thrift Books because unless I can go to a bookstore, which is a little bit further away from me, I buy from Thrift Books. So shout out Thrift Books. I buy from you all the time, and it's one of my favorite secondhand thrift shops, basically. This book caught my attention because of the aesthetic. I mean, come on. It matches my room almost perfectly, and I think it's just so fun. The little blurb on the front says, "Who was the one that got away?" So before I read the synopsis, this kind of feels a little bit like Mamma Mia's premise to me. You know, one of the 3 are the father, and so we don't really get to learn who that is. And so I'm kind of thinking that might be kind of what the premise is, but again, I don't know, so let's read the synopsis. Esther is nearing 30 with a great job and a flat she shares with her 2 best friends, Bibby and Louise. Bibby. Okay. But her life is missing that special someone. Tired of being single and sick of bad date after bad date, she thinks she's found the answer to her romance problem when she stumbles upon an old woman's magazine shoved between the cushions at her local pub. According to the magazine's dating column, there are 7 people a woman will date before finding the one. The first love, the work mistake, the overlap, the friend with benefits, the mischance, the bastard, and the serious one. Wow. So I'm pretty excited going into this book. This sounds like a great read, and it might be the one I have to pick up first. Wow. That really caught my attention. And if I had read the synopsis before buying the book, I probably would have still picked it up because this seems totally up my alley. The final book I'm going to be talking about is a classic. So in my last video, or in a video you'll be seeing soon, I don't remember, I talked about from now until the end of the year, I want to read a classic a month because I've just not been reading enough classic literature since I graduated college. And I am doing the Rory Gilmore challenge. I think everyone in the world is, especially if you're a reader. So to kind of fulfill that gap a little bit of one, needing more classic literature, and two, wanting to finish the Rory Gilmore book list, I am going to read Mansfield Park by Jane Eyre. Not Jane Eyre, by Jane Austen. Listen, if you've not read Jane Eyre, that's one of my favorite all-time classics, and I think you would love it. I recommend it to everyone. It's my favorite introductory classic book, and I think it's so fun and so easy, and there's such a fun twist in Jane Eyre, and there is a like a spin-off, basically. You know how television shows have spin-offs of televisions? There's a spin-off of Jane Eyre in book form called Wide Sargasso Sea. That's all I'm going to tell you about it. I love Jane Eyre. It's probably time for me to go back and reread it. Anyway, Mansfield Park. I know nothing about this book. I feel like that is the theme of this video, knowing nothing about the book I'm going to talk to you guys about. While I do own the physical copy, as you can see in my hand right here, I'm probably going to listen to it on audio version. Something I've learned about reading classical literature the last few months is I do pay attention and get more out of it listening to it rather than physically reading it. So I'm probably going to do a mixture of both with this one. But just know I will probably be doing the audiobook, one, because I have a little bit of a commute to work, so it gives me time to listen to it, and two, I feel like I just focus better. Because if there are words I don't know, or you can always figure out words and things you don't know by context clues, but if I hear it, I can kind of make more sense of it than trying to make it out by reading. So, the final synopsis of the June TBR of Mansfield Park is this. Mansfield Park is a stoic book in that it speaks for stillness rather than movement, firmness rather than fluidity, arrest rather than change, and endurance rather than adventure. Now, if that didn't give you a sense of what this book is about, then it didn't give me one either. So hopefully we will figure this out together as we read it. So there you go, the 4 books I absolutely plan on reading for the month of June. While I do have a few books started right now, these 4 are my main focus for the month of June, really because 2 of them have to do with summer. One of them is very light and breezy, aka the 7 X's, and then one is a classical lit, aka Mansfield Park. And I really want to start getting back into classical literature because the professor would be so disappointed if I didn't. So, these are the 4 books I'm reading for June. If you have stayed to now and you have a June TBR, I would like for you to put it down below. If you've read any of these books, I would also like you to comment. I want to know all of the things. Did you love them? Did you hate them? Do we want to gossip about what could have been done better? I don't know. I will see you very soon, and until then, I hope you're reading books that excite you and bring you joy, and even if they make you cry, they made you feel something. Bye, guys.